All right, good afternoon, everyone. It is 3:30, so we're going to go ahead and get started today with our financial planning for the holidays. My name is Vanessa Cole. I'm the marketing manager here at Health Advantage Credit Union, where we pride ourselves on helping our members take advantage of life. So let's go ahead and get started talking about your financial planning for the holidays. This holiday season will be unlike any other. Oh, sorry, my slides lagging a little bit. There we go. It's caught up with me. All right. So this holiday season will be unlike any other. It has been a scary and depressing year on so many different fronts. Our physical health, our mental health, and our financial health have all most likely been affected. So in many ways, this is a very important holiday season. Today, we're going to talk about not only how to survive the holidays, but how you can thrive during what should be the happiest time of the year. We want to help you save during the pandemic without looking like a Grinch in a mask. So whether you love the holidays or you hate them, the plain old truth is we spend a lot of money during the holidays. How much? Try $730.2 billion just last year. That was 4% more than the year before, and that was only for November and December. So that excludes all the early birds that got their shopping done ahead of time. How much is $730 billion? Well, that's more than the gross domestic product of Greece, Vietnam, and Finland combined. That's a lot of money spent on the holidays. And when you throw around the word like billion, it's hard to relate to. So let's boil that down a little bit. The average American spends $1,000 not only on gifts, but everything holiday related. That number goes up almost every year. Now the question poses, what happens in 2020, a year unlike any other? We all know that the holidays are stressful enough, even in the best of times. Obviously, 2020 has not been the best of times. But fortunately, the best tactic for being financially savvy during the holidays still apply. So pandemic or not, we've got your back. Others may need a little tweaking, and lucky for you, we've done that legwork to help share these tips to give you a safe and stress-free holiday plan. The first step to saving big during the holiday season, and we admit it's the least fun, but creating your budget. Let's face it, no one likes to create the budget, especially for things like showering everyone you love with gifts. But it's crucial to do this in order to stay on your shopping track budget. The first step is making a list, and yes, check it twice. Exactly who do you need to buy gifts for? Really put some thought into this because you're making a promise to yourself that this list is it. We're not talking about exactly what you want to buy these folks yet, just that you know that you want to buy them something, or in the case of boss, maybe you need to get them something. So who do you shop for? Your parents, children, spouse, etc., etc. Make that list, check it twice, and hold yourself accountable to that being the only individuals you're buying for this holiday season. Over the years, studies have consistently shown something interesting. In general, most people spend around 1.5% of their gross annual income on holiday spending. We think this is too much, but we also feel in reality here. So here's how to figure out this number. Simply take your annual salary and multiply it by 1.5%. So if you earn $40,000 a year, that is a holiday budget of $600. Now I know what you're thinking. If the national average is over $1,000, how am I supposed to take care of everyone I care about without looking like a Scrooge? Well, we're going to show you right now. You can see on the slide before you that there is a URL provided. That URL is going to take you to an interactive holiday budget spending planner that will help you stay organized and on track with your holiday budget. I want to go ahead and give you the opportunity to write that down or take a picture of the slide. But also keep in mind that this presentation is being recorded and you'll be provided a copy of the webinar as well as the URL to play around with. But this is just one of the many ways that you can stay on top of your holiday budgeting. So let's move on. Everyone knows you can score great deals online rather than in the store, but not everybody knows about these comparison shopping tech tools. These websites and apps and many others just like them let you make a list of desired items and then computes a list of when those items are going to have their best pricing deals available. Most of the ones that you see here on the screen are pegged to Amazon, but Baywatch monitors the deals that are on eBay, while the Mac Index monitors deals on Apple products. You can find these price monitoring programs everywhere, and you don't need to be tech savvy to take advantage of them. Try one or more of them and see if you can save big this season. Let's talk for a moment about gifts that you make yourself. These gifts often get a bad rep because some people see them as a cheap way to get out of buying an expensive gift. And while they're right, these gifts can also be unique and amazing because they're especially personal. So if you can knit a sweater or build a jewelry box, those items will be memorable and treasured items. And don't forget, your gift will most likely be one of many your friends and family are receiving, and they're still going to get tons of store-bought presents anyways. So why not make yours the memorable and treasured item that they receive this year? Now, what we're talking about here with going old tech is not going to work for your tech conscious kids and your young adults. But if you have an older loved one that needs a smartphone, a tablet, laptop, or maybe even a TV set, you don't have to buy the latest and greatest model. In fact, older Americans might even appreciate the previous generation of electronics that has been proven reliable and the overall product itself is solid. And meanwhile, you're going to save yourself hundreds of dollars. And if you can't make a gift, you can probably assemble one. It's usually a lot cheaper and way more fun to construct your own gift basket for a loved one that you know very well. Why? Well, because you get to make you know them best and you're getting to make them something that's customized to their favorites. So whether or not it's their favorite brand of chocolate or their preferred coffee, they'll enjoy it because you took the time to personalize it. And remember, gift baskets don't have to be just about food. They can be special and unique products or items you know that this individual will really enjoy. You could make a gift basket that includes things like hair and skincare products, or maybe incense and candles, or even kitchen utensils. We've even seen a gift basket made with just socks. That's because the gift giver knew that their friend loved to wear crazy socks to work. It was personalized, it was fun, unique, and it was great for that giver. Another idea is don't buy, do. I'm sure we've all heard of the little coupon books, but this one is especially good for your kids. Have them gift personal coupons for things like cleaning the yard, shoveling the snow, washing the car, really any of those tasks that they're often reluctant to complete. Instead of them begging you for cash to buy people gifts, you'll save your money and you'll teach them the value of not only a dollar, but the appreciation of hard work. On the other hand, you too can use the coupon book to gift them things like maybe a free trip to the ice cream place, one free pass for not making the bed, or maybe even an extra half hour of screen time. You can see on the slide before you, there's a URL included. There you'll be able to find the printable Christmas coupon book that we've provided for you. All you need is a printer and some creative minds to fill the coupons. You can make these really special and really personable. Take some time and give your time instead of a gift. Ooh. All right, sorry about that. My screen glitched a little bit. Let's continue on with holiday shopping tips, deals, and gift idea number 6, going shopping right after the holidays. This is something that might not help you this year, but it'll definitely save you big for next year. Right after the holiday season, desperate retailers will be trying to move those big ticket items that they weren't able to sell. If you aren't a stickler for particular brands, then you can definitely find some amazing bargains at this time. In fact, this advice is really good all year round. Let's face it, the best time to shop for holidays is when others are not. You can start by stocking away your gifts in January and throughout the summer, and then you'll be done with your holiday shopping before the Christmas craziness even begins. Plus, you'll get some fantastic deals while you're at it. Now let's talk about some creative ways to save money during the holidays. Number one, go shopping right after the holidays. Gift giving isn't the only big expense during the holidays, there's decorations as well. This year will be a little different, but there will still be socially distanced holiday parties and meals. There might even be some holiday travel. So, our first piece of advice on saving on the holiday items that are not gifts is exactly the same thing we just talked about. Shop early and shop often. We're talking about stocking up on wrapping paper in the days after the holidays, buying Christmas ornaments or menorahs in the springtime, and booking your post pandemic holiday travel in the dead of summer. We're still a supply and demand society, so buying your supplies when there's little demand will save you big. We spoke earlier about getting the kids involved in creating gifts. Let's talk about helping them on the spending side of the equation as well. Any parent knows that kids are often interested in buying things, but rarely interested in saving their money. The holidays are the one time of year when your children might be motivated to start thinking about budgeting. While you might be buying them presents, you can also help them set up a reasonable budget for their friends as well as yourself. Not only will you save a few bucks, but you'll be able to teach your child a valuable lesson. For more information about budgeting, you and your child can tune into our previously recorded webinar, Build a Basic Budget. I've included the link here on the slide, so that way you can jot that down and check out that webinar. The Build a Basic Budget webinar will help teach you how to control your financial life with a budgeting plan that's simple, reasonable, and effective. This is something that would be great for anyone of all ages wanting to learn how to budget, especially during the holidays. We know that the holidays are not just about gifts. Most years, they're about family gatherings and big parties. While the gatherings will most likely be smaller this year and the parties may get canceled, both of them can get pricey regardless of their size. So instead of spending money on expensive meals or trips, try saving money by doing activities that can bring you closer together as a family. Listed on the slide are just a few ideas of things that you can do to get more involved with things in your family and do them together. The video idea on here I thought was fantastic for this year because it's a wonderful alternative to still let your kiddos get their magical time with the big guy in the red suit. Check out that site, and they have listed several different video options for communicating with Santa before the big day. The bottom one, pre-Christmas family gift exchange, is actually one of my family favorite traditions. We like to get extra silly with this, and we always start it off at the beginning of Christmas week, so it really kicks the week of Christmas off in a festive tune. But what we do for this is we task everybody with going through their personal items as well as shared household items to create something for another family member. You can get as crazy or creative as you want. The only rule is you cannot spend any money. This gets pretty silly sometimes. We've seen utensils turned into monsters and socks turned into bunnies and all sorts of different things. But it is a ton of fun. It gives us a chance to really gift each other something we think they will enjoy as well as find silly. And we're not spending any money. So it just adds to our fun Christmas traditions. We all know one of the biggest stresses of holiday stress and spending is not necessarily figuring out what to buy those closest to us, but it's figuring out how to properly acknowledge those that we like, but we don't see all the time. So what about our long lost pal or our favorite hairstylist who's done a great job with safety this pandemic? Or maybe your child's favorite teacher who's really been put through all the hoops this year with their virtual, in-class, virtual. Our poor teachers, they definitely need some love this season. So how can we recognize them? Well, if you want to save money, but you don't want to be inappropriate, here are 2 tips. First, you can save time and money by sending e-cards. E-cards are a great alternative to sending a physical card because there's less transmission between 2 people. So we're getting that socially distanced in there, keeping the transmission of germs less frequent. And they're also free or just a few bucks, even for the most elaborate ones. And you can also add a message, music, and even animation to these fun little e-cards. So instead of spending up to $6 on a holiday card, this is a simple and even appreciated option, especially this year. And as for those that you're interacting with on a daily or weekly basis, nothing beats a gift card to their favorite place for coffee or lunch. So do they prefer Starbucks or Bigby? Do they lunch at Panera or Subway? These thoughtful gestures won't cost you much, but they'll show that you not only care, but you remember what they like as well. Tis the season of giving back. Now, it might seem odd to conclude our lessons about saving money during the holidays with some advice for giving your money away, especially during the pandemic. But believe it or not, donating to charity can make you richer. And we're not just talking about in spirit. For starters, I'm sure you've heard about making a tax-deductible donation. Like everything with taxes, it's not as simple as it sounds, but yes, if you donate to charities that are properly designated by the IRS, you can save on your annual tax bill. But how do you choose a qualifying charity, and how else can you help yourself by helping others? Well, we just talked about the best place to start is giving. The best place for you to go to would be charitynavigator.org. When you want to start getting in the holiday spirit by giving instead of receiving, charitynavigator.org will help you by rating charities from their financial health, their accountability, and their transparency. Particularly speaking, that means that these charities really help people, and they do it by not spending a lot on overhead. CharityNavigator.org is a free to use website, and I highly encourage you to not only look up charities that you already know, but also use the search function to discover other reputable charities that you may have never heard of before. And just as we talked about using gift buying as a way to teach your children about budgeting, you can use charitable giving to teach your children about being good citizens. Charity is not just about money, it's about the effort you put in. Get your kids together to assemble some care packages for our troops overseas, or volunteer to feed the homeless during a holiday dinner at your place of worship. Or maybe even have them go through their toys and choose the ones that they no longer play with as often and donate those to the less fortunate. These are all great avenues for teaching your children the most important lesson of the holiday season. It's not about money, it's about our loved ones. So whether you're getting or gifting, what matters most is the people and not the present. So what if the shutdown has devastated your finances so badly that you can't even afford to take this advice? Well, we're going to say this, and we hope that it really sinks in. The holidays are really about the most important thing you can give, your love and affection. In these unprecedented times, no one will blame you when you tell them that you simply can't afford gifts this year. Instead, I bet they will feel just as blessed when you offer to video chat with them or host a virtual happy hour with friends. Maybe, just maybe, what you think will be a horrible holiday season will be inspiring when you realize how many loved ones you have and how badly they just want a few moments of talking to you. Now, this concludes our webinar for today. Hopefully this quick holiday guide will not only save you money, but it'll save you worry. Of course, responsible spending is a year-long pursuit, so feel free to reach out to us at Health Advantage Credit Union for financial advice during every season. While our lobbies may be closed right now, you can still schedule an appointment to sit down with one of our financial service experts by going to healthadvantagecu.com. And remember that your presence is worth more than any present. So celebrate with family and friends, finish the year strong, and let's all begin 2021 in a better mood. Again, thank you all so much for joining me today. Make the rest of your day the best of your day, and take care.